Hey there, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Good morning, guys. It's the 2nd of February, 2026. And the market is looking to be going in the direction that I was thinking it would go for quite a long time. It took a long time arriving up here, but yeah, here we are. You see, S&P 500 is futures are down 0.37% in pre-market trading. We have a very strong support out here at around 6,859. I think that would be the ultimate support for today. And in the medium term, like halfway around the track, we have a little bit of a minor support at around 6,904. So let us see where we end up today. We are right now at 6,941, which is somewhere out here at the top of this. This is the candle for today. It's like a sword. Anyway, market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is below average, and I think what happens today will probably cement the direction in which we are moving. We have, I think, I wouldn't call this a head and shoulder because the head and the shoulder are not aligned. The second shoulder is a little above, so I wouldn't call it a head and the shoulder, but overall, given the market sentiment and the MACD, it's looking a bit iffy right now. NASDAQ is even more prominent. It's gone down further. It's down 0.65%. Again, market sentiment bearish, MACD bearish, momentum below average. Pre-market, we are down 0.64% already. And if you look at the dollar index, it's slightly up 0.10%. And there is a gap fill to be done out here. I think it will go to the gap fill. We were on our way to a target of 95.501, and then we had the appointment of Kevin Warsh, which changed the dynamics. But I'm thinking that whatever happened because of the announcement of Kevin Warsh, it's a knee-jerk reaction. The problem right now is that US has got a $38 trillion debt, which is only going up and not going down. Second, already Trump has been speaking about suing Kevin Warsh. They say it's a joke, but the selection of Kevin Warsh does not line up with President Trump's idea of reducing interest rates. So this is a relationship made in hell. I think long term, I'm looking at US 10-year yields going up, and also gold. I think it's right now a blip. It should turn around because nothing has changed other than the appointment of Kevin Warsh. Look at the VIX, it's already elevated and it's going closer towards the 20 mark, which I usually consider anything above 20 to be very volatile. So we are moving in the direction of higher volatility. And let us look at gold. Gold is getting a support out here at around 4,738 today. Right now we are at 4,735. It has got 2 or 3 supports. It's the next support for it is around 4,682. And then we have support at around 4,597. So those are the 2 supports. And I'm thinking that it's going to bounce back from there. If you were to look at the total gain that gold has had, like this was the peak. So let us take from the peak all the way to the top. It was a 28% gain. And now if you look at how much gold has already lost, it had gone all the way down to 21%, so that's a total gain of only 7%. And right now it's at a total loss of around 15%. So that could be a little bit of taking profits and reorganizing things. But remember, a whole lot of money has been spent by central banks. When I say money, basically US dollars. To acquire gold and put it into their reserves. That's why gold is number 1 in the reserves and has pushed US dollar down. Any gold that is sitting in the central banks is not going to come out for quite a while unless they have a problematic situation where they need to sell the gold. So the supply of gold is limited. So this is a buying opportunity in my opinion. Again, personal opinion, not financial advice. Let us go and have a look at the 10-year yield and see what it is doing. 10-year yield is not moving in the direction we were thinking. I was thinking it should go to 4.387 on the way to 4.415. It has broken out of the bull flag out here, and that target was 4.388%. And we are seeing a little bit of a let up out here. We have market sentiment which is bullish. I think this has got to go up. We'll see how the day proceeds. Now let's go and have a look at what happens with AI. NVDA is down. Almost all the stocks are down except for Oracle. And I'll give you my thoughts about Oracle. NVIDIA is down 1.20% in pre-market trades. It will get support at 187.62. Meta is down 0.74% in pre-market trades, and it's going to get some amount of support out here at 706.09. And we had a gap down which was filled up with this wick out here, but still I think the next support is likely to be 676.32 once we break down below the support of 704.78. Next, let's look at Google. Google is down 1.08% in pre-market trades, but it's well positioned. It has got a good support today at somewhere around 330.36 in that range. So I'm thinking that Google should not be in too bad a position. Next, let us look at Amazon, which is down 0.73% in pre-market trades. It should get some support at 235.00, and it could also get some support at around 236.69. I think the first support at 236.69 and the second support at around 234.89 are most likely. We have our earnings also coming up on the 5th of Feb, just 3 days from now. So overall, it's on the bull channel. Not worried too much about this stock right now. And we have Apple, which is down 1.09%. It's going to get some support at 251.51 today. And we have Microsoft, which is down 0.58% in pre-market trade. Support available at 424.05, resistance at 439.02. Then let's go on to Tesla. It's down 1.77% in pre-market trade, resistance at 427.71. Finally, we are below this head and shoulder pattern. Let me remove this and let me draw a new shoulder. So we are below the neckline. Let us see if we can confirm below this neckline. If we confirm below this neckline, the next support is going to be around 405.22. And we have a target of 367.34 for Tesla. So that's what I'm thinking is likely to happen. The interim target is a bear flag. That bear flag did not materialize. So I'm going to take this out from here. Let me just remove this. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the right widget. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it's gone. So next, let's look at Oracle. Here is what I'm looking at Oracle. Oracle is up 5.21%. Earlier, there was a lot of news that Oracle is going to raise funds. It's going to raise $50 million worth of capital. Let's look at that article. It says Oracle to raise up to $50 billion for AI infrastructure. Oracle said that it plans to raise between $45 billion to $50 billion this year to fund its AI infrastructure build-out, seeking fresh capital to satisfy growing demands. The company said it hoped to raise roughly half of the money through equity-linked common equity issuances. On the debt side, the group said it expects to execute a single one-time issuance of investment-grade senior unsecured bonds. So I'm thinking that the reason why we are seeing a positive out here could be that the equity component is higher than the debt component, which will kind of assuage the risk appetite for the investors. Many investors are worried that Oracle has got high debt and low equity, and on top of that, they are saddled with this deal with OpenAI, where the market suspects that OpenAI is under too much of debt and it may not be able to pay. And that's the reason why you are seeing this 5.09% gain out here. I think probably the details must have come out further, and maybe there is more equity issued there rather than debt. So that improves the leverage for the new equities that are coming in, and it makes the company look a much more healthier than it was, than the weak position it was in earlier in terms of the financial leverage. Maybe the financial leverage has gone down a little bit or has been maintained instead of falling. So that could account for the positive for Oracle. Anyway, the resistance continues to be at around 178.54 for today. AMD is down 1.15%. It's got a resistance at 236. I'll put that out here. The resistance is at 236.86, and it should get some support somewhere around 226 today. Next, let us look at SMCI, which is down 0.52% in pre-market trades. We have a support out here at 28.94. Right now, the stock is at 28.99. I'm leaving the support as it is. I don't want to jinx anything, but if it falls below this support, the next support for today is 28.55. That said, let us go on and have a look at Broadcom, which is down 1.23% in pre-market trades. Support available at 325.04. Right now, it's at 327.39. Palantir is up 1.96% in pre-market trades. We have the earnings coming up today after hours. So there's a little bit of interest out here in Palantir. I had done a bearish kind of a thesis on this stock. Again, of course, I'm an amateur technical analyst, so I might be wrong. But one of our subscribers thinks that the earnings are going to be much better. So today would be a learning moment for me. If the stock turns around and starts bouncing back up, then my analysis was probably wrong. And there'll be some lessons to be learned. But you can see market sentiment is absolutely bearish. MACD is totally bearish. And momentum is below average. RSI is also very low. So a dead cat bounce is what is happening today right now. The earnings will then signify what should be the final state. SMH is down 1.09% in pre-market trades, and that makes this diagonal line of support a diagonal line of resistance, with a resistance today at around 402.51. Next, let us look at Tempus AI, which is down 0.53% in pre-market trades. And that makes a support at 59.39 as the next stand that we can have. Right now, we are at 59.48. If we fall below this, then I think the next support is likely to be somewhere around 58.80. Let's look at Genomics next. Let's go to Genomics. And in Genomics, we have Pfizer, which is up 0.23% in pre-market trades. This is a long wick out here, which seems to be a bearish candle to me. So the challenge for today would be to close about 26.84. That's what I'm looking for. And we have a support at 26.16. We'll mark this green. And we have a cup and handle target of 28.17. It's taking a long time, but I think we are meandering our way to that. And market sentiment is bullish, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average. The dividend payout happened on 23rd of January, which was 43 cents. So even after dividend, we are still we have not dropped much, which means there is general confidence building up in Pfizer. All the bad news has been priced in. So let us see what happens today. Prime is down 2.36% in pre-market trade, which makes this diagonal line of support into a diagonal line of resistance. And for today, that resistance is at 3.79. Right now, we are at 3.72. So if we are at 3.72, I think this line of resistance is at 3.80. Yeah. So I made a mistake earlier. 3.80 is the resistance for Prime, and the support is most likely going to be somewhere around 3.60. Right now we are at 3.72. Sorry about that mix-up out there. Intelia is down 1.14% in pre-market trades. Support is going to be at 12.33. And we have Caribou Biosciences, which is flat in pre-market trade. We have a resistance at 1.50, and we could potentially get some support at 1.39. We are at 1.41 right now. Beam Therapeutics is down 0.43%. It should get some support at 26.81. Right now, we are at 27.50. Autoimmune is down 1.07% in pre-market trade. Support available at 5.05. Editas is flat in pre-market trades. Support is available at 1.91 today. Illumina is up 1.08% in pre-market trades. We have this diagonal line of support which has been functioning very well. But for today, I think we are going to get support at 144.79. Next, let us look at CRISPR Therapeutics, which is down 0.44%. Friends, I bought CRISPR Therapeutics around 53.34 or something in 53.24 or something in that range. But it's already down significantly. The next support for CRISPR Therapeutics is likely to be at 48.14. So I'm looking at this and thinking maybe I jumped the gun. I bought it a bit too early. I was going under the impression that we may be range bound between a resistance of 56.42 and a support of 53.25 until we approach earnings. But I was totally wrong. Again, a big mistake out there. Now we are falling down here. Let me try to take a diagonal line of support and mark that green. So for today, I think the support is likely at 48.37 before we get into the support of 48.10. That's what I think is likely to happen. And then let's move on to look at Allogene. It's down 1.09% in pre-market trades. The resistance, which was at 1.79, is now the support that we have for Allogene. Let's look at Grail. Grail is down 2.07%, and still it will get a support at around 93.84. PSCB is down 0.88% in pre-market trades, support available at 2.12. ARC is down 0.59% in pre-market trade. I think it will definitely get a support at 30.08 before slipping down further. I'm just going to extend this further, and I would say that the next support that we have after that for today is going to be 39.66. Vertex is down 0.30% in pre-market trade, support at 463.78. Ginkgo Bioworks is down 0.67% in pre-market trade. This is a very bearish candle that we had on Friday, and we are going down further. I think the next support could be at 8.72. Then let's look at Precision, which is something I've been tracking for a while now. It's down 0.89% in pre-market trade, resistance at 4.93. and potential support initially at 4.33. Eli Lilly is up 0.47% in pre-market trades, and we could get our resistance at 1066.44, and support is definitely there today at 1006.70. Just like with Pfizer, Eli Lilly is also going to show strength as the market starts getting weaker. These companies which are beaten up will show some amount of resilience, and especially if it was a pharma company that was beaten up significantly like Pfizer, it could start showing some support. Next, let us look at Ultragenyx. Ultragenyx is down 0.82% in pre-market trade. We are tracking this bull flag. Resistance at 24.45. I think a support is in order at 23.36. That said, I'm just going to do a little bit for Uddhav. United Health is down 0.46%. We have a target of 277.57. I think we are moving in that direction. I characterize this as a bearish pennant because the bear flag is pretty long. Then let us look at Team. Team is down 0.36% in pre-market trades. We have a target of 95.28, which is a bear flag target. So I think we are moving in that direction. Support for today could be somewhere around 115.88. Right now we are at 117.75. Let's go on to the currencies and let's look at where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin USD is showing a little bit of gains right now. Support remains at 76,307. But in my opinion, I think we are going to fall further. We are in a bear channel at this point of time. Now, if we were to zoom out a little bit and look at the formation out here in retrospect, if we were to see this as a bear flagpole, this happened to be a bear flag, and the breakdown is going to take us all the way down to somewhere around 71,088, and we are part way through there. That's my opinion right now, and I'd like to hear from you guys what you think about it. I would just like to briefly look at XRP USD. XRP USD is also on the way down. It's doing a little bit of a flag formation out here. This would be a bear flag. I'd like to see a few more candles, and for today again the support is going to be at 1.53. With that said, guys, I would like to bring my session to an end, and I'll catch up with you again in the next one. Take the opportunity to have a look at our Substack, which is absolutely free. And you could go to the link is in the description, and you could see a lot of articles out there. Most of the long form videos and also pre-market commentary that I do here on this channel have a Substack article which is a little bit more detailed, and you can read it on the go. I'll catch up with you guys again in the next session. Bye for now.